Hey, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for checking out this video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. So, I was in the middle of uploading a video, and I'll probably redo it because there was some other stuff in there that is also helpful that's not completely related to this, but I did talk about Celeste Taylor. I talked about why she needed to be playing, why she needed to be in the starting lineup, and how that would benefit the Indiana Fever and so on. And now, as literally as I'm uploading the video, I'm waiting for it to upload. This comes out. Indiana Fever have waived guard Celeste Taylor and activated forward Demiris Dantas. Thank you, Celeste. So there goes my video of adding Celeste Taylor to the lineup. But I wanted to talk about this now that this is here because this is also absolutely crazy. I talked to clearly a lot of Caitlin Clark fans, Indiana Fever fans, whether it's through the comments or people I know outside of this channel. And one thing they have been saying, one thing I have been saying, one thing all of you listening have been saying a lot is why isn't Celeste Taylor playing? Celeste Taylor needs to play. Celeste Taylor was defensive conference player of the year in two different conferences, the ACC and the Big Ten. She was I believe, twice a national finalist for Defensive Player of the Year. She is a hustler. She will get out on the break. She will lock down defensively. She will make her layups. And she's a much, much better option than either Wheeler or Mitchell or Wallace. Boom, boom, boom. And so not only is she not playing, after I guess the noise had gotten a little too loud about firing Christy Sides and why isn't she playing Celeste Taylor, the Indiana Fever go and they waive Celeste Taylor, who, by the way, also happens to be friends with Caitlin Clark. I don't know about the rest of you, but this seems a lot more like an FU to Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever fans than it does anything to do with making this a better basketball team. That was my initial thought when I saw this. Well, after I got a little annoyed that I put all that work into a video, but it also got copyright. It was getting copyright claimed for some stuff too, even though I was just did a few clips. I guess they didn't want me to show the things Celeste Taylor was doing well in the whole 15 minutes she played all season long. But yeah, so there you have it. I mean, I don't need to get much longer. I just for me, this is here's someone I'm talking about, and a number of you have talked about that should be playing. I mean, how do you not give her a shot? You're the worst defensive team in the league. Let's not forget Christy Sides is, from what everyone says, a defensive specialist. She's worried about the defensive side of the ball. And she has someone like Celeste Taylor sitting on the bench. Melissa Smith is one of the worst defenders in the WNBA. Kelsey Mitchell is one of the worst defenders in the WNBA. Erica Wheeler is one of the worst defenders in the WNBA. Christy Wallace is one of the worst defenders in the WNBA. But we're going to leave Celeste Taylor on the bench because Christy Sides has to play her favorites. Christy Sides is not a good coach. Christy Sides is not a good person. Christy Sides needs to go, and she needs to go now. And this is an embarrassment. And the Indiana Fever, I know they're not bright enough to understand this. They're way too low IQ for this, but they should be embarrassed with what is going on with their organization. With this opportunity that's been granted to them, that they have been blessed with. And again, I will ask the question, if they were trying to ruin this, if they were trying to destroy Caitlin Clark's career, what would they do differently? Just asking. Because all I would add, because I know you'll get somebody who's a you know what, and they'll be like, oh well, don't play her at all. Well, they understand a little bit the situation they're in, and they can't make it that obvious. You're going to take the all-time NCAA scorer maker, the number one pick overall in the draft, and not player. That might make it a little too obvious. But with the rest of it, it's all subjective enough that people can argue and they can get away with it. But really, what would they do differently then if they were not trying to make it so obvious? What would they do differently besides what they're doing? right? I saw a follow up. I'm gonna see if I can find it again because I have some things I wanted to talk about with Christy Sides, but just real quick, where I think it was press availability today, and someone asked her about whether she talked to Caitlin Clark about what she said yesterday about having the green light and shooting, which we all know was nonsense. And she said, no, she's spent this time the last 48 hours thinking about the defense. Are you sure? Is that really what you want to go with? Because you scored 15 points in the fourth quarter. You blew a double-digit lead. You couldn't get Caitlin Clark the ball after 7 minutes, after the 3 minute mark, 7 minutes to go in the game, and no one else on the team could score. And you're the worst defensive team in the league, despite calling yourself a defensive specialist. And now you're waiving Celeste Taylor, and you want to tell us your focus is defense? Oh my lord, I'm telling you, at some point, for my own mental health, I just have to believe we're all being punked. There are cameras somewhere, and we're all being punked. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of the waiving of Celeste Taylor or anything else that this got me worked up about with Christy Size and the Indiana Fever? Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and I will talk to you later.